Okay, I'm trying to unmute the mic so you can tell me if it sound like. And see, I hit unmute. It ain't unmuted yet. It just unmuted.
I see and I do.
Is it lagging on your end?
No.
It's weird because usually when you talk, the circle like vibrates. This circle moving late as hell.
It's doing it on mine. I think it's just the services over there. It's not your phone. It keeps doing that, but it's going through.
I'll probably have to come back and edit the first part out, huh? Because I don't get it. I don't really want to do it now because of the service. It's weird. Then again, like I said, my laptop may just not be strong enough. Or
That's
I,
you on. That's stream already on, right?
yeah, I'm on StreamYard right now with
I'm
this.
gonna come in. I'm gonna come in and see if
If you lagging,
yeah, I'm
okay,
letting.
you gonna hang up or what?
I gotta hang up.
You don't have to. I don't think.
What's the noise?
I don't know. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna bring you up into the.
Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, you hear me now.
Yep.
Is it lagging on your end? Still?
It don't
Mhm.
seem to
Is
be.
it lagging? Is it lagging? Is it lagging? What's it?
It just seems like the bubble ain't acting right.
I see both of them. So
I see both of them, but like your bubble's just wide right now when it should be gone. Now it's
uh,
flat.
is it's lagging, but there you can hear everything though, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Mm. Yeah, I think it's just the service, so it's not letting you hear yourself,
No, I can
or
hear.
just
Well, yeah, it's just moving slow.
mm. Yeah.
You funny. Shoot, I might have to. I don't know, but you sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it is. Mhm. Shoot, but that man. That story just really honestly been taking over the whole media, especially here in Alabama.
Look, I done seen some stuff. I don't know how true it is, but supposedly they done made or they making a movie
About her?
about. That's what I seen, but I don't think it's true. I think somebody just made the little
Right.
uh what
TikTok.
you call it.
Mm, damn. But you 25 years old. I'm gonna hang this phone up.
All right.
Okay. You 25 years old. You in nursing school. Well, for what I've been hearing from some of the nurses where I go, they said they think she was flunking out of school. Now I don't know how true that is, but that's what they were saying. But you 25 years old, and if you flunking out of school, hey, just be straight up with your parents. But then again, her mama, her daddy, he looked I mean, let me not say that. He looked slow, and the mama, she looked dingy. So now you answer me this: if your child is missing, everybody in this state, damn near, or a lot of people, is looking for your child. Would you take a trip in the middle of the night to Atlanta? Would you sneak off to Atlanta?
No.
Now,
Why would
allegedly,
you leave?
right? Allegedly, they left during the search and went to Atlanta. For what?
Not unless they thought maybe for sure that they would find her in Atlanta. But
Yeah,
most
but
people wouldn't leave just for the fact that they might come back.
okay, if they thought they would find her in Atlanta, why won't you notify somebody, hey, we think she might be in Atlanta? Why
Right.
won't you tell somebody? That was crazy. But they saying allegedly the parents left and went on a trip to Atlanta, but don't nobody know why. And I was watching some ALR or some, I forget the guy's YouTube channel, but he called himself some kind of investigator. And he showed where her car was at. Then he walked down through the woods through this trail. And then he showed these big old tunnels where you can walk through to get on the other side of the interstate. And so they trying to say that she went down through the tunnels. And but the tunnels lead her right on the other side of her house. Or not on other, but in her neighborhood, according to what the guy was saying. This is her neighborhood. So you sure y'all didn't know what was going on? And see, this was I didn't understand. Every time somebody goes missing, what on TV shows and in other places, they get to the car and they put the dogs in the car and get on her scent. Why didn't they put the dogs on her scent? What happened? Oh, okay. I guess when it went black, it kicks you out. So I got to make sure this thing don't keep going black. I don't know
Oh,
why
yeah.
they're doing that.
So like, what is this? Does it go to sleep mode or something?
Yeah, because I ain't actually doing nothing.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, why didn't they put the dogs in the car, get her set, and see where the dogs go? Because if they would have did that, if she went down through that trail, it didn't rain, her scent would have been fresh, and they probably would have went straight to her. When you see them in California and other places in other states, and they looking for somebody, they always got them bloodhound dogs out there on the scent. So why didn't we
Mhm.
do that here? And I know we got K9. They got drug dogs and all other kind of dogs.
Yeah. I was gonna say that they probably wasn't taking it as serious, but I guess all the money and stuff into it, they
Right,
was they was taking it serious to a certain extent.
right. And I'm just wondering why. That part there kind of shocked me. And I'm talking about, man, I sat there and listened to the captain and the chief or whoever that was talking today. She sent the letter by her lawyer. Talking about some, she did all this by herself. There was no child, there was no abduction. Where did you go? That's the question. And hell, they've been putting people in jail for making false police reports. So, and with all the money they spent, I'm wondering. Is they gonna put her butt in jail?
I'm sure they would. But hold on, this is the same girl. There's been a lot of people going missing. So this is the same girl. I seen a video of this man on Facebook who was where he was like, my sister is missing and stuff like that. Is that her or that somebody else?
I don't know. It depends. What's the lady name? Oh, you didn't see that.
I don't remember. I just
But
remember
I,
him
it might be. I'm just not sure. How long did this guy say she was missing?
I don't remember the details right now.
Oh.
I seen it a while back.
And see,
Like
her
a couple weeks
brother,
ago.
if I'm not mistaken, oh no, no, I was getting the cases mixed up. I was finna say her brother works for the FBI, but I got that mixed up with the football player who killed somebody when they came to his house and got to fighting. So it was the person when she called the sister-in-law. She didn't call her brother. She called her sister-in-law to tell her that to see the baby and all that crap.
Mhm.
Why wouldn't you call your brother? I would have called my brother because what is a woman? I ain't saying a woman can't come and do nothing, but what is a woman actually gonna do? A woman, what she gonna do is tell her husband, "Hey, you need to go check on your sister." I ain't going.
Mhm.
Dang, flying here, you know. But she know when you do stupid stuff like that, I just hope, like I was telling somebody earlier today, I hope that if it happens again, that they take it as serious as they did this time. But they make it hard. That's just like people that lie and say they got raped. They make it hard on the women who really have been bothered
Right.
because it reminds me of I don't know if you heard about the little girl Cupcake here in Birmingham. She was
I think I remember hearing about that.
yeah, she was 2 or 3 years old, something like that. And I didn't know that my grandbaby Gloria, they went to school together. And she was, and they little kids, but little kids be knowing.
Hmm.
And then they had a mural at the daycare because they was all at the same daycare together. And sometimes me and her be talking, and I'm trying to teach her. She's 6 now. I'm just trying to teach her, don't be so friendly. Don't talk to any and everybody, and don't go to nobody that ain't us. I don't care what they offering you. Don't go.
I don't care if they say they know me.
Right.
If I'm not with them, don't
Don't.
go.
Yep. Because what they did to that poor baby is ridiculous. I'm talking about they tried to treat this baby like she was a grown porn star.
Crazy.
When you heard some of the deposition of what they say they did, what they actually said they did to the little girl.
Sick individuals out there.
Yeah. And it's just like, not to bring up R. Kelly, but to bring him up. Because they've been talking about that a lot too since he's been on a big broadcaster show. And you got to start doing stuff to these damn parents because can't nobody get your child if you don't allow it. I don't give a dang what nobody say. You can't take my child out of state without my permission. And
Right.
these parents gave permission. So why don't they get held accountable for what happened to their child? All of them took a deal and was getting money. Damn it, you're gonna kick you out
Mhm.
unless I caught it in time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, they do.
huh?
I was just saying they do. They be a part of it because I
Yeah,
don't. I don't know much about it, but I do remember hearing one part when when one of the mothers was like, I guess I don't know. I guess by this time, she had stopped getting payments and stuff, and she was like, she had went to where they were, and she was outside, and they went. She was yelling and telling them to let her daughter out. And I'm like, first of all, you let your daughter go. So
yep,
if you hadn't let your daughter go there in the first place, then you wouldn't be in that situation.
right. And then they talk about he married a Leah. I mean, yeah, Leah at her age, 14, 15,
She
however
was
old she
young
was.
too.
Who's huh?
Yeah, I was saying she was young too.
Yeah. So who signed over for him to marry her? Her mother and father. Now I don't know why they broke up or why I don't know why it happened with that. But maybe somebody got in his ear, man. How you gonna be seen with this 14, 15-year-old girl telling me this your wife? Now, I don't know how old he was when he met Aaliyah. I know he was like what, late 20s, early 30s.
Something like that.
And like Kwame Brown said, most pedophiles get their victims from the parents, from an uncle. Like Sparkle was the little girl's niece.
I was just about to say them too. It was with
Yeah. I mean,
just
the
about
girl was Sparkle.
all the girls he was working with.
Huh?
I said just about all the girls he was working with.
Yeah. And they figure, hey, we hook them up with R. Kelly, we can get more money.
Mhm.
And they knew what he liked. They just sick. She sat up here right by me and went to sleep.
Then even when they was, but it was what's the name? Even when they was when they knew stuff was going on, they still wasn't saying nothing. When she was finding videos and seeing the other girls in the other room, they still wasn't doing nothing.
You
They
right.
because they was making money.
The only time, like I said, only time anything was said when the money stopped or he had a new chick in the house and that jealousy jumped off.
Sure.
A man go out here and have sex with a lot of women, and they drag his name through the media. But you look at Jada Pickett, she went out here and had sex with that young boy. Oh, she was in an entanglement. Huh? Well, why y'all ain't drag her through the mud like you would a man? Y'all always want equal rights, some women, not all. They want equal rights to a certain degree. I don't need a man. Well, you need to go change that tire. You on the flat, baby. Could you please help me, sir? No, baby, you don't need no man. Shit. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I guess they pick and choose who they want to mess with. Cause some
Oh
females
yeah.
they will drag them through. They drag them through all kind of court, put them in jail and all extra stuff for messing with. Especially if it's like a teacher.
Yes, but you
That's
notice
another thing.
all these women teachers keep having sex with these young boys. And remember that doggone boy had about 2 or 3 babies with one of them teachers, and they kept telling her to stay away from that boy. And then she put his little ass on child support. What kind of shit is that?
Mm-mm.
Or his parents or whoever. He should have got custody of the child, and they should, because she was wrong.
And she should have went to jail.
Right. But you let a man have sex with a little girl. Ooh, don't let the
Oh, yeah, he
football
going
coach get.
to
Oh, he going to jail off the rip. Ain't
hmm
no questions about it. He going to jail off the rip.
Everybody just need to leave these kids alone.
Right. Shit, $20, a 3-piece chicken dinner and a grape soda. You can get all the coochie you want on 4th Avenue.
There's a whole bunch of it's a whole bunch of grown folk out there willing to give it to you, and you want to go talk to a
Yeah.
little kid.
And the most sick thing that's going on now, they changing the laws for the pedophiles. They are changing these laws so that grown men can be with little girls, and probably vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sick. Yeah, and I was listening to this girl complain that he had R. Kelly on the show, but what he was trying to get her to understand, he was not condoning what R. Kelly did. He was just talking about the legal system. If y'all did something illegal to put him in jail, he deserves another trial.
Right.
That's all he was saying. Because when it happens to us, we gonna want somebody to fight for us. If somebody, if you get the evidence you need illegally, the judge supposed to throw that stuff out.
Supposed to.
And huh?
I said supposed to.
Supposed to. And see, that's all he was trying to get them to understand. But she was just going on and on and on. You had that pedophile on your show, and then he flipped it on her ass. I'm talking about he told her, you go on this guy's page on his show every night, damn near. He was 19 years old, got a 14-year-old pregnant. He a grown man. She had a baby at 15. And I think if I'm not mistaken, they say he got two girls pregnant at 14 or 15 while he was 19, 20. So why is you hanging out with this guy? Like he said, it's just because I'm a celebrity, you know, and it's all about who we like. If you like this person, it don't matter what they did. It don't matter what they doing. And if you don't like me and I'm a celebrity, you really finna drag my ass.
Let's see what's going on.
Say that
But
again.
the government ain't nothing but corrupt anyway, so of course they're gonna change these laws.
Oh yeah. And I'm talking about if hear about some of the stuff and some of the parties they be having, and that's why that dude who had that black book or that doggone, I can't think his name now, the one who allegedly killed himself in prison. I think his
Mm-hmm.
name start with an M, but I can't think his name right now. But they were saying that all these folks was going to his little island. A lot of famous people, a lot of people, in power, the Obamas, Jay-Z, all of them. It's just a lot of famous black and white people that allegedly was on this damn sex island or whatever. And they say there was some kids involved with some of them. And
Mm-hmm.
that crap is, yeah, that is sick, sick, sick.
I could never let somebody allow somebody to take my child, and I know they're
No,
underage. Not without me going. And if they
right.
say that I can't go, then they can't go either.
They go right.
It's like some people be like, "Oh
You
yeah,
so
well
right.
it's a security issue, it's a security thing or whatever." I'm like, "Well, it's a security thing that they can't go without me too."
You so right on that. It just don't make no sense, man. I ain't saying people don't love their children or nothing like that.
Breaking up, but
Okay, what about now?
I'm good now.
I'm still breaking up.
Now you good now.
Oh, okay. Um, dang, I forgot what I was gonna say.
They love them. They just do it. They just want money. They see it as an easy
Yeah,
way to get money, and they figure that nothing is gonna happen.
right.
But
But with the R. Kelly thing, y'all knew years ago what he liked, so it ain't an excuse for all these quote unquote new people. Y'all played on a dang illiterate man. You played on what he liked.
right,
That's what that was. Played on what he liked. Like I've been hearing, I don't know how true this is. R. Kelly would have got away with this for years if he wasn't trying to get control of his masters. That's what they saying. They do not want to give him his masters because, from what I'm hearing, what he was going to use to get his masters is that he can't read and write and he was illiterate, and so he can't sign no contract and he can't read, and all that.
right.
So that's what they said he was going to try to use to get his masters back. Now I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard some people saying, and I'm like, yeah, that's just like a child can't consent to sex, or if you illiterate, how can you agree to anything? Because that's how they used to get young black men back in the day. Get them in the doggone jailhouse and ask them all these questions. Before you knew it, they believe everything you saying. Oh yeah, I did it, sir. I did it. Because you look at the doggone the Central Park Five. Man, that movie made me so sick. I don't think I even finished watching it. You know, all because they wanted to blame somebody. Now I'm just glad they didn't kill him. And then the truth came out. But shit, one of them ended up killing himself after he spent all them years in jail, and they finally got released. But he was already institutionalized by then. And then those people, the DAs and all them. If you start putting them in jail like you supposed to, a lot of this misconduct will stop. A lot of it will stop if you put the fear of them going to where they trying to send everybody else.
Yeah, but that's
But it's
another
just
money and power thing.
oh yeah, but it's just like the pharmaceutical industry or the medical industry. If they take the profit side out of it, a lot of people will probably start getting cured from these diseases. But it ain't no profit in a cure. It's a profit in pretending we giving you a cure or we
Mm.
working on it. I ain't saying you can solve the issue with cancer overnight, but god dang, we've been working on a cancer cure for what, over 100 years, if not longer.
Well, see it now. I don't know about cures, but uh, if people would just do the stuff, well, I guess you can't really prevent it either. I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But there's ways that you can prevent it because a lot of things that we do is what causes cancer. If not born with it, and even if born with it, that had to do with what was going
Well,
on in
some,
your mind. Yeah.
right,
So I mean, but yeah, doctors that all they do is when they give you medicine and everything, that ain't doing nothing but putting band-aids on what's going on. They
right,
know that stuff is not gonna help you, and they know it's gonna keep you coming back. That's why a lot of those medicines, when when serious stuff go on after they take the medicine, then they wanna recall it or say that it's
right,
side effects. When they already knew it was gonna be side effects, they just didn't know it was gonna be that bad. So when it get too bad, then they want to act like they trying to make stuff better, telling people stop taking it, but they'll give them something else. This not it. This ain't no
right.
better.
Because that's why I had the attitude that I had when I go to the doctor. And I'm talking about they think I'm crazy for real. Okay, now it's funny, but this actually happened. Okay, I'm sitting in the chair. They got me laid back. So they are checking my ankles to see if I have any fluid on it. So the doctor checked my ankles this particular day, and my legs was ashy as hell. He ain't say nothing. So a few days later, I got this big ass jar of cream in the mail. So I'm trying to figure out why the VA sent me this cream. So it is so weird. I go back to the doctor on that Wednesday or Friday. So I'm in the chair. No, it was a Wednesday because they do their rounds on Wednesdays. So he got to me. He looked at my leg. And he said something about did I get the lotion he sent me? And before I knew it, I said, "Oh, you sent that shit to my house." And then he was just going on and on and on. And I was like, "Well, I'm a black man, and when I take a bath, I tend to get ashy." Now, yeah, I could put lotion on or whatever, but I'm like, I got on pants and I ain't trying to impress nobody. Then he said, it's gonna make you feel better. I said, that ain't gonna fucking make me feel better. It's gonna make you feel better. Shit. How the fuck this gonna make me feel better? I don't give a damn.
Because they
Then he
feel like they trying to put it in your mind that it's gonna make you feel better.
nah, that shit ain't gonna make
So
me feel
so if you run out of it, you gonna want some more. You gonna have to buy it.
better. I ain't asking him for shit. They already have a hard time on getting me to try new medicines. Like I told them, even with all the pain that I be in, I'm not finna take all this shit and get hooked on these pills. I'm not finna do it
You know what
because
you should do is try them what you call it and see how it works.
try
And
what
once
them damn copper sleeves. Oh,
no,
try
just
what?
try like find the holistic
Oh
remedies
yeah,
and
yeah,
stick
yeah,
to
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Because if you stick to them and then you go and your labs start being different, they'll notice it's something different. And not that they gonna admit that it's something different. They might tell you it's a few things that are better, but it's, that's what they don't want to tell you though. It's the holistic ways to fix things.
Right. And then they quick to say the holistic medicines or whatever, it ain't scientific, it ain't this, it ain't that, it ain't FDA approved. Yeah, half of the shit that's FDA approved, y'all paid millions of dollars to get that shit passed along.
Right.
You look at how fast they throw that COVID medicine out there, and then it was the COVID medicine was damn near trying to kill more people than the disease. Then you
It's
got these
all
whacked out ass
experiment.
doctors, huh?
I said it's all experiment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you got some of these whack ass nurses thinking they can give black babies the wrong dosage or some bull crap. Wow, this is sick and mean.
And that's why people don't be wanting to stay in hospitals now. Not saying that hospitals are just the worst place because sometimes you have to go.
Right.
It ain't really nothing we can do. But after they get you stable and stuff, it's best to leave and try to keep yourself together because um they gonna pump you with all different kind of stuff. And who's to say that they talk about, oh, we gotta keep you, but what they gave you is what's making them have
Is
to
the
keep you.
reason. Right. It's like I just found out today, my best friend, he called me. We talk from time to time. He lives in Shreveport, Louisiana. And he called me today. You can tell when somebody sounds a little different, but you don't know. We just having a conversation. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm in the hospital right now." I'm like, "You in the hospital?" And he said he was outside in the yard doing the gardening work for about 5 or 6 hours, and he's still driving it. I think he's 70 or 70 something, but he was, getting ready to do his regular run from Shreveport to Meridian, Mississippi. And he said he started feeling real crazy. Then he got out the pickup truck he said shit, his legs felt like spaghetti. So he said he got back in the truck, called his primary doctor, went over there, and they sent him home. The doctor called him that first thing in the morning when they got all his labs and stuff back. Told him you need to get to somebody's emergency room. You didn't had a mild heart attack. So it's just like what you were saying. He went to the first little hospital in his town, even though his daughter and his wife did not want him to go there. But that's where he went because it was the closest. And I guess if you think something going on, you ain't trying to ride all over town looking for no goddamn hospital. You want to go to the closest one to you. And but they didn't have a specialist to do everything that he needed. So they called down to Shreveport and got him a bed. But it was like you were saying, the reason it was a little different with him. That hospital didn't give him then to keep him there, or the reason he got to be there. But I don't understand why any hospital. It had to be a little ass hospital because he needed a stent. He said something about a pacemaker and something else they want to put in him. And they said he can't do nothing like that where he went. So he had to go to Shreveport eventually, where his wife and daughter wanted him to go in the beginning. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're in pain, you want to see the first doctor you can see. But at least the charge nurse, he said the charge nurse told him, "You need to get out of here. You need to go somewhere where they can help you." Now most places ain't gonna tell you that. They'll sit you there and just write that bill.
Right. It's some doctors out there that actually tell you right,
Well,
but
this was the
some of
charge
them,
nurse
yeah, some of them they they stick to what the
that Coda.
hospital is doing or what they
Yeah,
told to do.
yeah. And that's the one issue that that a lot of black veterans had with the VA, and it just was so weird that you can have 50 blacks and 50 whites, and we all going in for the same thing as far as trying to get benefits. 45 of the whites would get approved, and maybe 10 of the blacks, and both groups got 50. Only 10 of the blacks get approved. And we had to fight, 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 fight. So eventually somebody complained enough. So they took the screening process out of the VA's hand because, like you said, they was holding up for the company or for the hospital. They wasn't really, giving the right diagnosis so you can get paid. When I went
Mhm.
to the first doctor and I told her all the shit is in my medical records, she sent the letter back to the board saying ain't nothing in his medical records that I can say that he was injured before or prior or during his military stay. And I was like, shit, I got a military discharge. I mean, a medical discharge. So what are you talking about? And then they try to get slick. After I had that medical discharge for so many years, they turn around and turn my medical discharge into a honorable discharge. But they sent me to this young black lady, and she was like, she got OCD, and she went through my medical records with a fine tooth comb, and she found each time that I was injured or got injured and was on light duty and all that stuff. Even found the recommendation where they wanted me to have surgery on my shoulder. But I was too scared back then to let them cut on me. I wished I had them. But so they took it out of the VA's hands. So now when you're trying to get veterans benefits, they'll send you to an outside person, and they doctors do all the what you call all the checkups or whatever they call it, checking you
Yeah.
out, do all that, and then they send a recommendation to the board. So they took the biases out because if I work for the VA, why in the hell I'm gonna help you get money? Not that we getting it from the VA, but why help you?
Right. And
Man, it's crazy.
that's why black people be asking for black doctors and black
Yep.
nurses because they're not gonna help. It's just like I know it's movies, but it happened in real life too. Like
Yeah.
like on that movie where that girl was in the hospital and the doctor she was in pain, and everybody she was clearly in pain. You could see it that she was in pain, and the doctor talking about it's nothing wrong. The doctor will be here after a while, and then as soon as they went and searched for a black doctor to come in there and asked them to come check on her. As soon as she checked on her, she was like, she needs immediate help, like right now. And that's without doing any tests. Some things they could see, and they
Right.
don't want to do nothing, or they want to wait till it get worse. They want just to keep you there,
Or they got to get confirmation from a higher power.
or they act like they want to get confirmation from the higher power. They don't.
Yeah.
They know what they can do. Because I mean, if it's an emergency, yes, they do have to give permission to do stuff. But emergencies, I mean, I think I would do what I could if it was an emergency. If I could see that they needed that help and they couldn't wait,
Right.
because I would want somebody to do that for me.
Right.
Because look, let these doctors and nurses get sick, get
Oh yeah.
hurt.
They
Be like, I'm sorry, the next doctor
shit.
will be here. Look, you were the specialist. I'm sorry, we'll have to wait till we fly a doctor in a week to come see you.
I gotta go to work.
Well, like somebody gonna be taking your spot.
Damn right. Yep.
Look, and
Well,
then
you
we're
know
gonna
what?
follow your procedures. You said we had to wait. Well, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for you too.
Right. You are so right. Shit. Mm. So I got to get me a blanket now. One thing I can say about my daughter's house, this bastard is cold, but I like
Mhm.
it. It's nice, but I still need some kind of blanket. Hell, me and him looking like a popsicle. Well, you know what time it is for me. Hopefully, I can go to sleep.
Man,
Thank you for
hopefully.
coming. Thank you. I don't know. I'm gonna try to play the game, but I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to play the game last night. Man, shoot, I'm walking all into the walls, just getting killed, walking around blind, out in the open. I'm like, dang, what's going on? Oh, I'm playing. I'm in the game. Just walking up to the wall, just walking, ain't going nowhere. Next thing
Mm-mm.
you know, because I had my headphones on. Next thing you know, I hear a boom in my ear. I'm like, what was that? I forgot I was playing the game. But thank you. Maybe I'm gonna have to just bust down and buy a new laptop, you know, or just take some stuff off of this one and see how that works. Because that's probably all it is. Got as long as I've had it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's weird that looking at my bubble, I'm lagging, but it's
I think
not
it's just the service.
right. Yeah, because it's not coming over that neither one of us is lagging to each other. But that's how the cookie crumbles, as they say. But if I can't, yeah, we've been on long enough. Hell, we've been on 48 minutes. I'm probably gonna have to edit about 10 or 15 of that that first part. But you have your sweet, fine, and a blessed evening because everybody's welcome. Transformers, troglodytes, uppers, downers, eddies, outers, givers, and receivers. Good night, sweetie.
Um,
Look at that, I can't even exit the thing. It won't even exit out.